Welcome everyone to the call today, and I have you back here at the Agora University. And what's exciting about the university is we put this together, and as time has progressed, we've recorded different aspects to the Agora opportunity and to learning and just getting stronger at learning more about not just about the different products, but about just the Agora opportunity itself. And back here we have how to get started, what is the Agora comp plan, how do I get paid my commissions, how do I get my business cards, how do I share the Agora opportunity. You click on each one of these. I'll just click on this one real quick, and I'll walk you through. And it just teach you. A lot of them have videos, step through instructions, simple. On the how do I get started, I'll go back up here. We just walk through, and here's a quick little video, and then these are some quick little videos that we put together that are really short and just teaching you how to get started with the opportunity. So if you have new people coming in, this is the place to go to learn all those different aspects. And in different times we brought in different speakers. Like Mike Driggers did the one about sales goals. If you haven't watched that in a while, this is a really good one to go back and watch. And setting business goals. And then the 5 pillars of the internet. How to put together a proposal. This was a very powerful one about helping you learn how to put together a proposal. We put all this together, walked it through. Down at the bottom, we've got a video there. So you go through how to improve my selling skills, how do I learn better closing sell technique, demo accounts. This right here is if you want someone to look at the Agora opportunity, but they don't want to commit to signing up just yet. They can go in here. And here's for the advisors to look at the advisor dashboard, and here's for them to look at the member account. But today, coming back here, I want to focus on this right here, the 5 pillars of the internet. I am convinced the more I go, and this is something that at the beginning that really was the foundation of bringing in different products into Agora, was based upon these 5 pillars. These 5 pillars, I am convinced more and more as I go and I work with companies and I work with different people on the internet, that this is really it's foundational, but it's even beyond foundation because it gets into just about every single thing that someone will do online. And how well they do it in these 5 areas will determine their success. And if you as a sales agent or an advisor understand this, and that's why I'm going back over it again, is because the importance of this cannot be underestimated. So we're going to do a quick walkthrough again here. Last week we had Pegasus on, and they were talking about the websites. But I just want to walk through a few things back here because when you understand this, this is one, you are really able to help a business owner. 2, you are able to make some great commissions because there's a lot of money to be found in these products. So I'm going to walk through a couple really important things here. And it's all right back here. You can go through it. We're going to read through some here, and I'm going to give some examples. But there are 6 really important questions you have to build into your internet marketing plan if you're going to be successful. So we have the 5 pillars, and these are some 6 questions I put together. Who found you? So it's not only important to be found on the internet, but you want to make sure the perfect client is finding you. Where are you found? If you were to be found on, you have to be found in the heart of traffic. Are you found in major search engines, popular social sites, and YouTube? Meaning, are you found in the right places? Are the right people finding you? Why were you found? Are you being found for the right search reasons? Meaning, are they searching for, you could be found, the right people could be searching you, but are they searching for, like if you're a plumber, or they find you under plumbing? Whatever your skills or thing, are you found in those right search places? When are you found? You want to make sure you're being found when they're searching, not the wrong timing. Timing is everything. You want to make sure that you have your stuff up and there exactly. One of the other most important things is how many times were you found? It matters not just to find you once, but showing up multiple times on the front page of Google and is very, very important. And some of that would be through paid traffic, or at the top of Yelp, and I'll just show you one quick example here. If you type in chiropractor Roseville, this is an example right here, the 10 best chiropractors. So here we have Dr. Funk, 132 reviews, the 10 best chiropractors, right? And then he has a paid ad right there, and he's right there, number 2 spot. So this got him multiple times. Then when he does SEO, he can show up on the top of the search engines, and then also being found on YouTube, because that's the second strongest search engine on the planet, and then also any other strong directories or website that you can piggyback on. One of the 6 things here is, what did they find about you? Now, this is important. You could have the right people finding you. You could be in the right location. You could be found for the right reasons. You could be found at the right timing. You could be found many times. But if they find bad reviews or a terrible website or your presence just doesn't look good, that can also affect. So when they find you, it's also important what they find about you, meaning they find some really, really powerful stuff, really good imagery, really good pictures, really good videos, a great website, many reviews, and that gets up to how many times you were found. One thing, some people get some reviews, but, you want to pound the internet with just multiple reviews. And what happens is that you start showing up all over and people going, wow, I see you. And they say that once someone sees a company 7 times, trust is earned. So what you're doing here with all this is, you can be found in the right place, the right time, but you're also looking to build trust. So all of these things matter, and that's why we're getting into this, because these are the factors that convert more clients. So I like to use the football analogy. Everyone likes to watch football. Hopefully, if you don't, then I'll understand. But if you're playing football, the goal is to either score a touchdown or a field goal. If you do not score a touchdown or a field goal, all you're doing is moving the ball up and down the field. And that's true in business. If you are just having people look at your website, you're getting, but you're not closing any deals, not making any sales, sales would be getting touchdowns. You cannot win a football game and you cannot win in business if you do not get sales. So if you do your internet correctly, it's like the special teams. When they kick the ball here, the special teams work the ball down the field for you. So if you do your internet marketing correctly, you do the 5 pillars correctly, that moves the ball down the field, and sometimes it can even close the deal. Special teams can run the ball in. But you really want your special teams to move the ball down the field as close to the touchdown line as possible, the end zone. And then the quarterback can walk it in with 1 or few plays, and then if you consistently do that over and over again, you will win your game, right? And you'll also win in business. So that's why the 5 pillars are important, because we help you instruct your special teams doing work for you. If you do your internet correctly, it does a whole bunch of work for you. So when you go look at different companies, you'll be able to see who's winning, who's not, based upon what they have. Then we have right here branding, visibility, and promotion. And what this means is getting your branding together, your logo, your look, your color, your message, your website, your overall look and feel. Visibility is getting found everywhere, making sure that you have the right phone number, your address, your hours of operation, because Google says those are the 3 most important things people look for. So getting your directories together. And then promotion. Promotion gets all the way in from pay-per-click, SEO, could be radio, could be commercials, and it could be printed ads. So what happens is that some companies will come in and they'll do their promotion, meaning they'll start spending money on ads. And I give an example of a guy that I was actually working with, and he was spending $2,000 on Facebook and not getting any results. I went back, looked at his website, I looked at his reviews. He had 2 really bad reviews on Yelp, and his website was a very bad non-converting website. So with all that being said, he wasn't converting. People were looking things up about him, and because he didn't have everything together, he wasn't converting. So I recommended that he work on his branding, he work on his website, and then we get everything together, and then he start doing pay-per-click campaigns. And I said, you'll be much more successful, and you'll close more deals. You won't be wasting money. Now, I did that with my Dr. Funk. When I first went in, he had 1 review on Google. He had 1 on Yelp and 2 on Facebook. And then we worked on his review. I got him 40 reviews in 1 day. Now he's sitting on over 320 5-star reviews. We worked on his website. We put a whole bunch of videos together. We got him found all over the internet in all the locations. And he tells me, Vince, every single day people come in and say they love my website. They watch the videos. They watch the reviews. And he gets deals every single day. So it's very important that you follow this step. This right here will work for any and every business. Every business has to be found on the internet, has to be what they're looking for. And these are the right questions you want to be asking, what you want to be looking for. And then coming down here, and they work on their branding, their visibility, and promotion. So now let's step into the 5 pillars of the internet. So this is what I have right here. Things are pointing to, you could also say pointing to and from the website, and then these are all the different areas, and we'll get into this. Also, doing research, finding out, that's why we do the one video to show you what people are searching for. Also, some other research things is studying competition. You want to study your competition, and you want to make sure your competition isn't outdoing you. And to be successful, you actually have to be number one on the internet. And what I mean by that is you need to have a better website, you need to have better offers, you need to have, or just presence, because maybe you don't want to do offers because you're a high-end company, but you also have to have more reviews than everyone. Whoever has the most reviews ends up getting the majority of the business, because what it does is it puts you to the top. So you see right here, he's sitting here, right? This is the guy that he was working on beating, and Yelp can be kind of tough, really tough. So that's why you want to get your reviews in different locations. But look at this, he's beating him here. 132 reviews. When people see these numbers and you're number one and you can say, wow, I'm number one, or I have more reviews than anyone, it builds authority, it builds trust, which helps close deals and moves the football down the field. So getting back into here, let's just jump into pillar number 1. And we did this last week. We talked, we had the websites. But let's look at some of these facts. It takes 0.05 seconds for users to form an opinion about your website. Your website's first impression makes or breaks you, meaning if it's up to speed, if it looks good. Now, I put together an example. I just showed you, I looked up a couple really bad websites. I just want to show you something. This is an actual website right here, and you can see how confusing it is. I mean, I don't know what he's attempting to do, maybe sell all these things. Here's another one. And you can just tell by looking at it, it's outdated, too much information, there's no flow, and it's not up to speed. So when people get a first glance at a website, they're like, wow. And you know what? We're all doing this. I mean, just like we're all looking up reviews. Everything I'm going to teach you guys today, you're already doing either in the back of your mind, or you know about it, or people, your customers are doing it. Even if you're not thinking about it, this is actually still going on. So people look at these websites like, it's just too confusing. Where do I go? What are they selling? Try what for free? These 6 things? Try free? I don't know. It's very confusing. Over here, this is just an absolute, really confusing website. I mean, I just click on anything and everything. It's got old pictures, like this is old HTML. It's just not up to speed. This will have an effect on, that's why like Amazon and Craigslist, they study, to look a certain way to get certain results, simplicity. So 75% of users admit to making judgment about a company's credibility based on their website. Using videos on websites can increase conversions up to 86%, meaning if you have a great video on your website or your landing page, it'll help in conversions up to 86%. Users pay most attention to the top third of the screen above the fold. So what that means is, we'll go here, that not everyone scrolls down. So your most important part of your message actually has to be up in here. Over 3.8 billion people have access to internet via mobile devices. Therefore, your site, if it's not mobile friendly, could be losing business. So make sure your website's mobile friendly. And 61% are more likely to contact a local business if they have a mobile optimized site. So here's a few things. Text attracts more attention than pictures. People start viewing your website from the upper left corner. Fancy fonts are ignored. There's certain fonts you want to stay away from. You want to stay to normal fonts. Arial bold are good ones. People can only scan the lower parts of it. There's only a few people that scan that. Short paragraphs work better than long ones. Big pictures attract attention than small ones. So when you're putting pictures together, you want to put big pictures, make them look good. Headlines draw attention. Visitors spend more time at menus and buttons than other parts of your website. They want to look at your menu. They want to see what you have to offer, the different pages. I'll get to one in just a moment. Lists are better at keeping your reader focused in large paragraphs. Some people completely ignore large chunks of text, meaning if you just write a whole bunch of text, they'll ignore it. You're better off just writing short, strong, powerful sentences or quick, paragraphs. White space is good. You don't have to fill every space in on your website. It's okay to have some white space. Okay, so here, I'll just show you this one here. Since we're on Dr. Funk, I'll just go over there. Hold on one moment. So on here, when I put his website together, and he gets tons of traffic on there, we put everything on here. Relieve your neck and back pain today. Call now. Call to action. Over 20 years experience. People love us on Yelp. The hours, right? And then here's his menu bar. And then we put walk-ins welcome. We put everything right here that they need to know. In case, if they don't scroll down, can I win a customer over right here? Do I have enough information? So you look on here, we put pictures that show, we put offers on here, put video, put small like this right here, right? Just talk about the different things he offers. And then here's the reviews. 5 factors of health. Boom. This website is a very high converting website. When I built this website, I put every form of tactic into it. People love us on Yelp, so right out of the gate, they know they've got great reviews. He's got over 20 years experience. All this is just building trust, building continuity through here. Then they also say 20 plus reviews on your website. Plus we also said video, so when you put video testimonials along with reviews, you're going to convert more. So I took a lot of the videos that we got from Sotellus, I put them on YouTube, and then we embedded them on his website. And then down here we got all of his other reviews. He's got 272 on here, and if you look all across the internet, put them all together, he's got over 320, I believe it is, when you put them all together. Plus we also loaded a ton of these reviews on YouTube, so a lot of his reviews are showing up on YouTube. So I wanted to show you the power. This is very important. When you start to build campaigns like this is what starts to bring the results for the customer. And I am convinced by doing this, this strategy, it's taken me years to study, get these facts together, have examples, put it together. But when you learn this and you know this, you can really make a difference with the business owner. A lot of business owners complain about, marketing companies not really helping them. To me, the only way I'm not able to help someone is they don't follow the game plan. I talked to someone on Friday, and I was like, we're going to be helping them on their internet marketing, their videos, and they have a terrible website. They've got no video. They had no reviews when I started. I've already got them, I think, 2 or 3 reviews in just a couple of days, and we're just getting started with them. And when you put this together, this will have tremendous impact for your business owner. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, just look at someone wrote something here. So let's get into reviews. I cannot help a company with their reviews, or I can temporarily help them, but if they have bad customer service, then I cannot help that company. So the first thing I do when I look at a company, I go read the reviews. I can tell by reading reviews what type of company that is, if it's a good company, a bad company, and usually the same problem will show up. Either they're late, or the food wasn't good, or, but usually it'll show up. And if you, or maybe it'll highlight a bad worker, maybe that person gets mentioned over and over again. It could be a restaurant, could be pest control, maybe they lie about their prices. They say one thing, they come out and they charge more. You start to see continuity. Those are things that I've ran across when I've been dealing with different companies. And I'll go look at the reviews, and I can tell them right out of the gate what their problems are. If a company is not willing to fix their customer service issues, then they will probably never be successful totally online. The only way they can is if people just don't write all the reviews. But in the long run, it will catch up to them, it'll burn them, and they'll lose tons of business, and they won't be competitive. So, like, I was working with, this is a guy I've known for a long time. He has a heating and air company, and his website, was okay. He's got terrible reviews. Well, when I went to talk to him about it, he didn't want to address those issues. So even when we helped him, because he wasn't fully listening and fixing these problems, so with all this being said, when you understand the 5 pillars of the internet, You also have to be working with a company that really cares about their success. And those are the companies that totally succeed, that they're passionate about customer service. So when you look on here, 70% of buying experiences are based upon how the customer feels they're being treated. 78% of consumers have bailed on a transaction or not made an intended purchase because of poor service experience. Almost 9 out of 10 U.S. consumers said they would pay more to ensure a superior customer experience. 80% of companies say they deliver superior customer service, but 8% of people think these same companies they don't deliver. So top two reasons for customer loss. Customers feel poorly treated, failure to solve a problem in a timely manner. It takes 12 positive experiences to make up for one unresolved negative issue. Now, with this being said, if someone has a bad experience and you take care of it, so right here, 91% of unhappy customers are not willing to do business with you again, but resolve a complaint in the customer's favor and they will do business with you again 70% of the time. So you might have some unhappy customers, but if you resolve it, a lot of them will come back to you. So it's not just that, you don't have a problem. It's, are you willing to fix it? Are you willing to address it? Are you willing to make it better? That's really the issue. So when you get into the reviews are reflective of the customer service. That's why I always get into this, because if I'm going to help a company with reviews, I have to get in this. And one of the things, before I've gotten customers, I've gone in and I've done some research. I've read the reviews, either good or bad. And you could have a good company and they just don't have enough reviews, and that's sad. Or you could have a company and they just got a whole bunch of reviews and they're just terrible. And like I said, if they're not willing to fix it, then, no matter what you do in the long run, you probably will not be able to help that customer or that business owner. 92%, especially in today's world, you could pull it off before, but now everything's on the internet. People like to talk negative things. If they have a bad experience, man, they will jump on there and they want to tell everyone because they're so mad. They want to steam. And, and these different review sites have allowed them to do that. So 92% of consumers read online reviews. Customers who review reviews show 133% higher conversion rate. 68% of millennials trust online reviews. More than 70% of people consult reviews or ratings online before purchasing. 90% of customers say buying decisions are influenced by reviews. 44% say a review must be written in 1 month. So meaning you have to stay consistent with your reviews. 90% of consumers read less than 10 reviews before forming an opinion about a business, which means these decisions are being made quickly without much hesitation, meaning they go in, they read these reviews, and they form an opinion pretty quickly. So you want to make sure you have a whole bunch of good reviews. I'm going to scroll down here. So here's the impact of positive reviews. For every star a business gets, there will be approximately a 5 to 9% increase in business revenue. 94% of consumers would use a business with a 4-star rating. Reviews produce an average of 18% uplift in sales. Consumers are more likely to spend 31% more on a business with excellent reviews. So this is the impact. You can read, I'm not going to read through all of these right here. You show 50 or more reviews per product can mean 4.6 increase in conversion rates. The more reviews, the higher the conversion rates, with an increase of about 84% for a website with 20-plus reviews. I've searched the internet to get all these facts. You can search these up yourself. These are just different facts that are all over the internet and different surveys that I've been taking. So 48% will visit a company's website after reading positive reviews. 23% will visit the business premises directly after reading positive reviews. Now let's look at the impact of negative reviews. 22% of consumers will not buy after reading just one negative review. After 3 negative reviews, that number jumps to 59%. 4 or more negative reviews about your company and product might take as much 70% of your potential customer, if not all of them. On average, a single negative review will cost you 30 customers. Only 14% of consumers would consider using a business with 1 or 2-star rating. I mean, people don't want to work with businesses that have low star ratings. They want to work with 4- and 5-star businesses, and if they're less, they want to see. Now one thing also, if a company does get a bad review, it's also responding to them, writing something on there. So like if someone leaves a bad review, and you can go on Yelp or different places and you can leave a comment, or you can address maybe the issue that was there. 86% of people hesitate to purchase from a business that has negative online reviews. 92% of people hesitate to do business with companies with less than 4 or 5 stars. Negative reviews in Google search results can lose you 70% of your potential customers, meaning if a bunch of negative reviews are showing up on the Google search engine, you're losing customers. This is very important. So I'm convinced if you're going to be competitive, yes, it's good. It's great to have great reviews, but what you want to do with your customers, and here at Agora, what I teach is you want to help this business owner be number one. You want them to have more reviews than anyone else. So when you come over here, they start to see these type of numbers. Look at that, 39, 59. He has more than double the stars reviews. And sometimes people will just look at that number and go, wow, and will do business with a company just because of that. Or they find them up here. And look at this right here, the best 10 chiropractors. When you have a lot of great reviews on Yelp, you end up right here. Look, under this search, chiropractor Roseville, if I were to do plumber Roseville, look at this. The best 10 plumbing in Roseville. So in the search engines, Yelp has dominated. Now, our product, Sotellus, could help the company get Yelp reviews. Yelp reviews are tough, and I don't always agree with all their practices, but they're too powerful to not integrate or look at or deal with, because this right here gets the majority, and we're getting this later, gets the majority of the searches on the search engines is this top spot right here. It's, I think, like 30%. So when you plug in here, look at this. That's all ads, right? And it starts right here. So people are paying for all these ads right there. But sometimes people don't know that that's a paid. They just look at that, go 150. Look at that, 157 5-star reviews, 20% off. Look at this, right in their logo, they got a deal, they got an offer, and they're loaded with reviews. This is a company that really cares about the 5-pillar experience, right? You come down here and look, they're right there. Number one, request a quote. I guarantee you, look, these guys have 361, they have 157, but they're a 5-star. I guarantee you this company is crushing it. Look at that. Plumbing Pros, 28, 19. Look, then the number drops significantly. Look, that's a bad picture. See how that picture is very bad? I actually used to work with that guy in Yellow Pages many, many years ago, and he never really got great looking anything. You know, we worked on his ad, but he never really. This is way before internet was really strong. But look at this right here. I mean, you can just tell. This one's not bad. 87 5-star reviews, 146. Stop paying too much because they got something there too. So when you're number one, there's something to be said about being number one. First, it gets you shown first. 2, it builds trust. And 3, it just helps close deals just by being number one. So when we work with clients, and sometimes it can take a little bit. It's going to take some effort. I guarantee you this company right here has put some effort into getting their reviews. Now, the Sotellus product can help companies because it can be really hard to climb on Yelp. So that's why our Sotellus product helps companies climb up in with the video testimonials. It can help get the Yelp reviews. It also really helps with the Google reviews. And then that pushes it all over into the internet also. So these are things to consider. When you work with a company, you know, the farther the company is up at being number one, the more customers they're going to get. And we say number one, we're talking about reviews, right? Very, very important. So, but to back that up, the reviews go into the website. They have to have a nice website. It has to be on high in the search engines. And let's get over here. We're going to jump into the next one, video. So on video, a lot of people don't know this, but YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet. And it's also owned by Google. So whatever you put on YouTube can show up a lot of times on the first page of Google, like down on the bottom, we'll show videos down there in some areas. Or some people just do searches on YouTube and are looking for things right there. You can also embed your YouTube videos into your social media, like on your Facebook or also on your website. And like with Agora, we probably have, I believe we have over 130 videos on YouTube. I mean, I love using YouTube. Some people, you know, go Vimeo. We have a lot of people have found Agora and also joined Agora. A lot of you guys may not know this, or joined Agora because they found videos that I had placed up there, and I brought them over to Agora. So we get a lot of traction off of YouTube, even for Agora. So 4 billion videos are viewed daily on YouTube. Viewers spend 40 minutes per session on YouTube, meaning they spend some time on there. Video on YouTube is 50 times more likely to be ranked on the first page of Google compared to an article. Visitors will stay on your site 60% longer when video is present. Videos and landing pages increase conversions by 86%. Over 70% of all traffic on the internet is video. This is a huge statement right there. Over 70% of all traffic on the internet is video. So if you don't have very many videos, if this is what the majority of people are spending their time doing, don't you think you should have a whole bunch of it? But look at this. Only 9% of U.S. small businesses use YouTube, meaning most businesses do not fully take advantage of YouTube, yet 70% of all traffic is video traffic. Video is one of the top 3 most effective marketing tools. 51.9% of marketing professionals worldwide name video as the type of content with the best return on investment, meaning when you put a video together, you're going to have your highest conversion. People will stay on your website longer, has a better chance of showing up on Google or in the search engines, and it will convert more. So when we do, like one thing I love about Sotellus is it combines the video testimonial. So when you look at the video, now there are 3 different types of videos. You have promo or commercial videos, you have informational instruction videos, and then you have review and testimonial videos. So a promo and a commercial video would be something like a minute long, maybe 2 minutes max, and it's just a promo video about your company. When you look in Agora, hold on one second, I'll just pull up a page over here. But in Agora, we do sell these promo videos. We have a couple of them here. We either do the cartoon ones or we have these ones down here like this. These are promo videos. These are some that I help companies with right here. They're like this right here. I've done a lot of them. They're just quick video. I believe companies should be producing 1 to 2 videos a month, actually, if they're going to stay competitive. Also, it also just gives you more presence. You know, you're also pushing that into Facebook, and people are watching it. They're not getting tired of watching the same video. Informational instruction videos. Now, these can be longer. These can be an hour. These can be 30 minutes. You know, this is where you're teaching. You're doing instruction. And there are some people that really like to watch long videos. But if all your videos are long, that's not good. Or if you just have, or if you just do promo, no teaching. So like with Agora, we have promo videos, we have informational videos, which this is being recorded today. This would be considered an informational video. And then we have review and testimonial videos. This is where, you know, you have the review testimonials. That's where Sotellus comes in. You can do a lot with that. That's very, very powerful. So keep your promo videos and testimonial videos short and to the point, around 1 minute. The longer the video, the less retention. And some people don't even know this on Facebook. Some people are not even listening. What happens now on Facebook and social media is they'll play videos with no sound, and people are getting used to watching video with no sound. So it's, you know, this is a whole new twist to the ball game. So that's why you want to put some verbiage on your video and great pictures. And then some people will click into the sound, but they should be able to watch that and kind of get an idea of what's going on. Some people at work, they can't have sound on, different things like that. So very powerful. Website, reviews, video marketing of the 5 pros of the internet. Now, let's get into this one right here, social media. Social media plays a really important role in marketing and also in today's business world. A lot of people will go over there, they'll view what's happening over there. You can also do some great advertising on Facebook and Instagram and putting pictures out there. Now, when you advertise on Facebook, we call that interruptive advertising. And what we mean by that is people might be over there viewing other people's stuff. They might be looking at their family pictures, and then when they come over and they see different things, they may not specifically be searching for something, but you interrupt them with a thought like, wow, are you interested in this? And then there's also what they call smart advertising, where ads are ran towards people based upon different things they're searching for, and then, or they write emails about, Google picks up on that, and then they start, so let's say, for instance, you were looking at solar panels at a company, and then the next day, all of a sudden, you see everywhere you go on the internet, solar panel companies showing up. That's called smart advertising. They picked up on something you were interested in. So 67% of all internet users use social media on a regular basis. 55% of consumers use Facebook to learn about brands. Facebook has over 1.65 billion active users. 95% of online adults between 18 and 30 are most likely to follow a brand via social networking. That could be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, sometimes LinkedIn, but those are, LinkedIn is really powerful when you're doing in the business arena, looking for people to work with. 71% of consumers who have a good social media service experience with a brand are likely to recommend it to others, meaning they'll share it. They'll share that experience, and they can share it quickly on Facebook, and many people can see it really quickly. That's another reason why I like Sotellus, because they have that share option where they can share the review with an offer and it'll go right on their Facebook account. 42% of marketers report that Facebook is critical or important to their business. Close to 2 billion people are active mobile social media users. So these are some facts to get into, but social media plays a very, very important role in today's world. And what's good about like LinkedIn, especially for, those of you on the call, you can get past gatekeepers and get quickly into decision makers. I'm actually going to be meeting this month with a really big decision maker, big company, and I met the person via LinkedIn. I reached out to him, said hi, said it'd be good if we could maybe do business together, and he said, yeah. Now, if I were to try to reach him by calling his company, calling his secretary, I probably would not have gotten through. But because I did it via LinkedIn, you're able to access people who have made themselves available. They can look at the different people they want to work with, and if you have something they're interested in, you can get right to CEOs, business owners using LinkedIn. It's very, very powerful. But Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Instagram, any new ones coming out, it's a very, very powerful, and it's one of the most important arenas or the pillars that are found, and a lot of the stuff shows up on the internet also. So let's get into this one right here. Search engines. All right. So when I say search engines, really Google being number one. Google has 68% of the search engine market share belongs to Google. What that means, look at this pie up here. What that means is more people use Google than Bing, Yahoo, Ask, or AOL. If you look on here, you can see, so the next one is Bing, right? So here's Google, here's Bing. The green, that's Yahoo, and that's Ask, and that's AOL. So 93% of all online experiences begin with search engine, meaning people start with Google. Most people start with Google or Bing, right there, and then Yahoo. That's where most people start their search or their experience on the internet. Or now, if you look at it now, there's different ways to look at when they're doing searches on here. There's 3 different ways to be found. You have the organic listing, which let me see. I'll go back into. Let me drop back a couple pages. Okay. So this is what you call paid ads. Here's your directory, your Google My Business. And then here's your organic listing. All this is organic, meaning they did SEO. They paid to climb. Yelp is just very powerful, so Google favors Yelp, so that's why Yelp shows up very strong like that. So here's your paid ads, right? Here's your directory, your Google My Business, and here's your SEO or organic. And then sometimes, it depends on it, there'll be videos down here. Like a lot of times on your phone, you'll see videos. Or look, they dropped ads down here, but they can also place videos. Now, under plumber, it's going to be really tough. Some searches are a lot tougher to climb because a lot of these people are paying a lot of money, especially like lawyers, very competitive. So 70 to 80% of users ignore paid ads. Paid ads get 10% of the clicks. 75% of the users never scroll past the first page, meaning they're not going to go to page 2. They want to see what's on page 1. They trust what's on page 1. 98% of the searchers choose a business that is page 1 of search results, right? And then you have a 20% higher chance of being chosen or competition if you're found multiple times on Google on the first page. Meaning if you're found up here in your paid ads and they see you here and they find you down here, they're going to be more apt to choose you. So this is the number one spot they look, but if they start to see you multiple times on the first page through ads, through here and here, they're going to be more apt to even choose you above your competitors. 98% of searchers choose a business, so we saw that right there. The top organic placement on the first page receives 33% of the clicks, so that would be this spot right there. What we mean by organic, what's found underneath the Google My Business, that's organic. That right there gets 33% of the clicks. If you look down, the next one, 17, goes to spot number 2, which would be this one right here. And then 12% for spot number 3. The lower you go down, the less chance. So it's very, very important that a business gets found up in these top spots, and you have to pay to get up there. Now, that's something we offer with Pegasus. Paid traffic and SEO can help make that happen. That's why we do those searches. We let people know where they're showing up, how much traffic their website's getting, what their competitors are getting, and then also what their what the potential is, what people are searching for. So the top 3 organic search, 1, 2, and 3, gets 61% of the clicks. Less than 10% of people advance to page 2 in search results. 87% of people searching for a local business call or get that business within 24 hours. So when they're searching, they're going to call or go to your business within 24 hours. So it's very important that you're found quickly and effectively. Now, I put this right here. So let's say someone has a great website, but if it's out in the middle of a desert, who can see your website here? What does it matter? You have to get in the heart of traffic. You've got to get found on the search engines, right? Very, very important. Now, when you're dealing with the 5 pillars of the internet, you can get your website to show up on the first page. You can get reviews to show up on the first page. Sometimes you can get videos to show up on the first page, or when they're searching on YouTube, they can search there. Social media sites can sometimes show up first. And once if you do that correctly, or the business directories, and people start to find you, and then let's go back to what we started with. The 6 questions. Who found you? Where are you found? Why were you found? When were you found? How many times were you found? And what did they find about you? So hopefully, walking through this analogy, I cannot express enough. Any advisor or sales rep that understands these 5 pillars, you can really, really help business owners. This is a proven strategy. It's based by facts. It's also based by common sense. I mean, why would you do promotion if you're pointing people to a website? That's terrible. You know, and that's why I go into exact detail what makes a good website. You know, when you go through here, this shows you important things about a website. And, you know, and this has been a lot of research and study, but if you understand these principles and you start driving traffic and you got more reviews than your competitors, you have a very compelling website. You have offers. You also, it's really important when you study the 5 pillars of the internet is to go look at their competitors and study the 5 pillars of their competitors' presence. Meaning, if you got a company that is doing very well, you want to look at their website, you want to look at their reviews, and you want to look at their videos, you want to look at their social media, and you want to look at how they're placing on Google. If they're doing a better job at you in those areas, you will be losing business to them. For a business to be highly successful, they have to beat their competitors in these areas or be highly competitive with them if they're going to get leads off of the internet. Now, one thing also, some people say, well, most of my business is referral. Well, you know, I agree to some degree, like a lot of real estate agents will say that, and there's some truth to that, but they don't know what they don't know, because I've also done a lot of research, let's say, in the real estate industry, and what happens is, this is what happens. Back in the old days, people would say, like, oh, this is a great real estate agent, or this is a great loan officer. Well, they would just call them, and they would be recommended about 2 or 3 of them, maybe 4, and they would call them, and based upon how that conversation went, they would choose them. My mom was in real estate back in the day, and I understand this is before the internet was around. Or they would run ads in the newspaper, be very successful, or the yellow pages. What happened when the internet came around is people started doing research on the person they were recommended. So let's say a family member or friend recommends a real estate agent. Nowadays, they will take that card, they'll take that recommendation, and they'll go look you up online. And if they don't find good things about you, like if you don't have a good website, and there's certain things on the website for real estate agents that are really important, which is recently sold homes, testimonials, and what area do you specialize in. So that gets into the website. And if real estate agents don't understand that, then they could be losing business. For example, I had a gal I was working with, and she was called the short sale queen. That's what she tagged herself. But when I went to her website, it didn't say anything about that. She had no reviews, very little. So we worked on getting her reviews, video reviews, made some videos. We worked on her website. We cleared up her message, and she got tons of and then what happens, what people don't realize is even if you're dependent upon referral business, people still go to your website. They still look you up. They look competitors up, and based upon that, they make phone calls. And if they see a competitor that's number one, and I've even seen this, like you get a real estate agent that's called the top producer, right, or the number one ranked. They say that because I know one person that specifically was looking for a top real estate agent because they didn't want to go with this whoever, whatever. They wanted to find someone they could trust, had some real proven experience, and could sell their home or help them buy a home, right? People will look for number one because they don't want to waste their time on companies that are going to get bad customer service. And, it's happened to all of us. I've heard of construction company will come in, they'll charge some money, and then they'll get halfway in the project, they won't do a good job, they'll want more money, right? Or with plumbers, they come in and, they promise them one rate, they charge them more. So people don't want to deal with that anymore, and they don't have to. They want to deal with excellent companies. So for companies to be competitive, they could be a great company, but they got to share that. They got to show that on the internet. And if they can tell that story effectively on the internet with the 5 pillars of the internet, they will be successful. So you as an advisor, if you can learn what I'm teaching you, the reason I'm going over again is because I believe in this. I believe this all my heart. It's taken me years to study, research this. Then on top of that, when we were building Agora, when I first started with Agora, I was looking for companies that would fulfill those 5 pillars, and we found them. Pegasus does a great job with the website, the landing pages, the paid traffic, the SEO. So tell us with the reviews, and then we have Ron Tyler with the videos, where he does those quick little commercial videos, or also these right here, these promo videos. On these promo videos, one of the things we offer, if they get Sotellus videos, testimonials, we can also turn that into a video. So this is something, that we put together, and we have these strategies. We do the SEO for them. So when we built Agora, we built it looking for the 5 pillars, the social media right here. This is powerful. This guy worked with Anthony Robbins, and this is all he does. When you look at Franklin, all he does is websites and SEO. He doesn't get into social media or reviews. He's a specialist in those areas. When you look at this is all this company does is social media. He's a specialist. Reviews, this is what they specialize in. They're the only app that can get a video testimonial via a smartphone. So we put these things together based upon the strategy. We have the strategy, then I look for the companies, and then we've tested them. That's why I put these at the top of Agora, because this right here is so foundational to every business. And when you really understand this and you understand what we have to offer and you understand how it can help a business and it can revolutionize that business, then you know you're onto something big. So I appreciate everyone in Agora. Hopefully this just a reminder. If you've heard this teaching before, I just like to go over it and I like to recap it over and over again because this can really help business owners. We're making a difference out there. When you can take a company that has very few reviews and turn it around, and you start getting them online leads and customers, you're going to change that business. You're going to make it successful. Not only will you be successful, they'll be successful. You'll also feel good about the money you're making. A lot of these are residual products. And also, when you go into a business, this gives you a strategy. It gives them something to work for. It gives them something to work towards. A lot of companies know they need it, but they don't know where to begin. They don't know where to go to help, or they might know they need this. They just don't know where to go. Who can help them? And you could find, we used to do this in Yellow Pages. We used to look at, when I'd be driving, we would find trucks along the way. And let's say they were a plumber or a heating company. We would write that number down from that truck. And we would call those people and we would work with them. Did you know you can randomly find any company, you can go do research on them, And when you have this strategy, you can walk in and let them know and point things out. And so we would call them and point them out and help them get their business. So nowadays, you could find a company if you look like you're just starting out, or you could even do searches on the internet and you could hunt them down. You could actually help them and show them. You could do the paid traffic report right here for free, right? And you could send this to someone. And this is very powerful. You'll get, you fill this thing out here and you have them do the video. This is very high converting, powerful stuff because you're showing people where their potential is, what their competitors are doing. This is information they don't have. So you can make a big difference with a company. I mean, an overwhelming, or maybe they're doing one or two things right, but they're not doing all 5 things right. So this gives you a roadmap. This gives you a tool. This gives your business owner an idea where to go, what they need to do. Like when I start with the business owner, I'm looking to help them get 20 reviews on the internet because I know if they can get 20 reviews, that's the base number that the facts show that people trust. So you take the facts of what I showed you here. When you take these facts and you implement it into everything that they're doing, you just look at the facts, right? This no longer opinion. It's now we're moving into facts. When you can show them these facts, right, and you walk them through it, and especially these review facts, these are amazing. You get into here that you go, look, these are the facts. And when they can read and understand these facts, this revolutionizes, and it gives them a strategy of like, wow, that one bad review, I need to fix it, or this can affect me, and this is how it's affecting me, right? This shows you how they're being affected. These are the facts. And you can go research these facts, and, this is just to give you an idea of like, wow, the impact that's happening. So I appreciate everyone out there. Hopefully this is very helpful to everyone. And you guys are doing a great job. When you understand this and you understand the products we offer, I believe this is one of the strong points of Agora is the 5 pillars of the internet. I cannot teach enough, emphasize it enough. And I cannot tell you how I have been able to be successful with business owners because I understand this. I go in and it makes sense to them. When you talk to people like this, it makes sense. The other day I was on the phone, one of my customers had me on the phone with another marketing company, and they were saying different things, and it just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense of the facts. And I've been on calls, and sometimes I'll get brought in, and they'll say, "Here, this is another marketing company, or this is the person handling my marketing." So I get in there, and usually they look at me with jaundice eye, or they look like, "Who the heck are you, Vince?" Right? And so I go in there, and I'm just humble. I just talk, and I look at it. But then when I start to dig into their stuff, and I go after the 5 pillars, and I start to point things out based upon this here. I go boom, boom, boom. I show what to look for. You can see the jaw drop on the business owner. The guy that they brought in that does their marketing usually asks me questions and like, how do I get that done? I end up teaching internet marketers different things because of this. I'm telling you, this stuff is so amazing. Not even all internet marketers think as far as 5 pillars. Sometimes they'll be good at a website or paid traffic, and they know they need reviews, but they don't have enough, or video. So there's a lot of internet marketing companies out there that understand all these facts. And when you come up against them, I mean, you just shine like a light bulb right in front of them because they're like, wow, this person really knows their stuff. And then when I show some examples like Dr. Funk or, Pest Control Center of different companies I've worked with, they're like, oh my gosh. And they see the difference. They're like, wow. And we're not trying to brag or be better than them. It's just, look, we're just trying to help people. And when you can walk in, you can go against the best of the best marketing companies with these strategies, and you can win. You can be better. You can take a company farther than with these strategies. And if a business owner will listen to you and listen to what we have to say and help them with these products, you can change that company almost literally overnight. Like with Dr. Funk, we got him 40 reviews in one day off of 15 customers. Within 5 months, he was number 1 in his area. And he was against some heavy competition because like some of those other chiropractors have some other marketing companies out there, and we beat them all. So I'm telling you, these strategies, they work, they're effective, and they're powerful. And if you apply them, it's really sad when I work with business owners and I know what they need and they don't do it. But I love when I work with companies. Just last week, We're working with a company right now. It's actually one of the ones I showed you, one of those in-home care. We got her website. We're helping her reviews, video. She goes, I mean, she listened to everything we had to say. She's implementing all of it. She said, Vince, I got this because this company found her online after, we got some stuff done. She attributes all the work we did, but Rayleigh's picked her up and now wants to use her company and use her. They're giving her free advertising in all the Rayleighs in the Roseville area, and they said the reason we're going with you is because we looked you up online and we like what we found. And she goes, she's blown away at, she's like, Vince, I did it, and look, it worked. And so we worked on her directories, we worked on her reviews, website, everything, and the company said specifically they chose her because they like what they found online. And that's what you want people to say, I like what I found online. And that's what the 5 Pillars is all about, helping people find you and helping when they get there, when they find you, they like what they see, and they see a whole bunch of it. So hopefully this helps you guys. It's now time to end the call. I really appreciate everyone on there. Keep up the good work, and remember the 5 Pillars of the Internet, it does work.